Steve here. Welcome to Red Flag Life. Off the bat, today's episode title, subject matter, riffing subject, soliloquy, rant, diatribe, monologue, clickbait, how porn is damaging us. It's damaging both men and women, more so men. I've said in a comment in an episode in recent past that men's stimulus is stuffed up with porn. We got the whole addiction to porn complex, suggestion. A lot of times, thank God for porn. Many of us are happy about the availability of porn. Some of the history of porn was live porn, and then the picture porn, and then the video porn, then the porn making industry since 60s, 70s, then the whole videotape complex in the 80s to the early millennium, and then the whole porn tube or whatever, specific sites. Some say that porn makes up 90% of the internet. In data-wise, with all the video and images, I wouldn't put that past that statistic. And it's not just men and women that it's damaging. Mostly men, but our young folk, we don't know when they're starting. The curiosity gets a bit young. We need to monitor like hawks, I think. And it's damaging us in many ways, but here's the riff, the rant, the comments, the insights. We hear about women from the bloke space, that women have got it good. They can just offer up the V-bomb, the golden V, and get resources. In a way, good on them, but also in a way, by offering up the golden V too soon to get the resources too soon without the whole long-term relationship and marriage mating strategy. Evolutionary biologist, scientist, so to speak. You are stuffing up your chances at holding on to that man. And that man has options, especially if men are of the alpha type, whatever alpha means these days. Women that seek these, particularly 20% of men. Women that want the 6-figure earning 6 foot plus dude, the 5% of men, maybe even less. I don't know. But because the 6 foot, 6-figure, the 6'6" man, 6 foot plus 6-figure man, has options, and he knows it. He'll just take advantage of the women, and then the women that get taken advantage of, there's a whole men are bastards, he doesn't call, he's ghosting me, he's ignoring me type situation, right? Yeah, so chicken or the egg. is offering up the golden V, or is the man just taking advantage or making the woman give access? Chicken or the egg? How about social norms? Chicken or the egg? Political state? Chicken or the egg? Morals, ethics? Chicken or the egg? Philosophical? Chicken or the egg? Many would indicate some of the names. Let's say Stefan Molyneux. A lot of my stuff is coming from him. So yes, a lot of this stuff is copied, but a lot of it is my own insights, so don't worry about that. Since the late 60s, the whole civil movement in the US, civil rights movement, so that's more accurate. The pill, women got the vote 120 years ago in the West. Is it the communists, the Jews, the globalists, the technocrat elites, or beyond? There's the whole biblical thing about women are sinners, and the whole deceit of Eve onto Adam and all that sort of thing. And I think I'm not sure if this is in the Quran or not, but Muslims often say you give a woman an inch, she'll take a yard. In freedom, is that the right word? Disinhibition, that's not the right word either. A word that fits in there somewhere. By me saying disinhibition and freedom, I think you should know what I'm referring to. I hope I haven't butchered if it is a Quran and Muslim issue, but yes, the whole Muslim thing and women is a little bit testy, complicated, controversial. You shouldn't touch it with a barge pole and all that sort of thing. One thing I do, I'm not a Muslim, okay, I'm Orthodox, recently sort of member of an Orthodox parish, so that's that, or return back to a faith. All right, I was an atheist there, and I had the same sort of sympathies as Stefan Molyneux with atheists, where epistemologically, metaphysically, and all that sort of thing, religion didn't stand up to logic and science and sense and the like. But this is where I'm going, an unpacking, a Jordan Peterson type lecture unpack, going this way and that way. One thing the Muslims have is conviction to their faith, and much more conviction than the Christians. But the Christians have, I guess, the advantage of welcoming you back in, wishing you good luck on your exit, and the like, right? So that's what Christianity has got going for it. But the moral of the story, I haven't forgotten. It's about porn, right? Porn, Christianity, Muslims. What? Yeah. And I went on that tangent, Jordan Peterson style. Well, not really. It's a bit very loose, that unpacking versus Jordan Peterson's unpacking. But where did this originate from? Women getting the vote? Was it industrialization? Was it the part of the Enlightenment? And before the Enlightenment, some of the philosophers that led up to the Enlightenment, women getting the vote. Yes, the pill and the civil rights movement and feminism, and then social justice warriors, and then wokeism. Progression? I don't know. The last few that I've mentioned are quite give an inch and they take a mile type thought. I don't know. Now, that's a different unpacking. But today's subject about how porn is damaging us, much like women giving us access. Maybe they're the chicken/egg, the first mover. But is the political and social environment giving women the freedom to be the first mover of that whole stuffing us up and making porn acceptable? Women jump into the opportunity situation, get filmed. Men get enjoyment, yes, some women, of course. And then, I've mentioned this, but a little bit more extended this time, I guess. You get the young lads sitting there all day, masturbating their way to satisfaction in study, career options, improving yourself for sometimes several hours a day, I can imagine, the young folk. Time wasted. Living in your mum's basement, masturbating all day. Sorry state of affairs, right? So there's a few guys that aren't quite alphas getting satisfied. They're not improving themselves. Yes, they could be doing better. They may well be doing better without porn. Who knows for sure, right? But tell you what, there's a lot of wasted time engaging in porn, stuffing up our sexual relationships for the women that they do end up with. Many of them quite lucky to get a woman. They pretty much got to drop their standards, some of them, while the others are just taking all the access providers and ruining their ability to bond with the man that they decide to reach the epiphany stage, as Rich Cooper would like to term it, where maybe I got to settle down and have kids, right? And often at say age 32, they've been with some decent alphas, and they're settling with a lesser alpha or even a beta simp, whatever other complex you want to throw in there. And there's a bit of resentment. He hasn't got enough drive. He's not, he's not pleasant. He shouts. And I get it. It's pretty tough out there. So and while in a relationship, the partners are engaging in porn as well. I know. Is that a self-disclosure? Yes, well, whole arousal process is stuffed up by all those porn images, and then reality hits, whether it's a relationship or, this day and age, offering up the V-bomb. There's no courtship and then let's get married and then sex. Oh no. The whole thing about doing it for society and kids and family, you could say it's all selfish these days, because we can. Even the guys give them an inch. Take another inch. And then they'll take that mile as well. Men have benefited from the extra access they've been granted by women. So I've stumbled into that one. Women are providing more access, men are benefiting. Therefore, looky here, there's less less effort that men have to do these days. Less trips to the barber, less hygiene, less diet and exercise. Oh, yes, those that know my shtick about health know my whole poo-pooing of diet and exercise. The whole restriction of diet and exercise equals health. But that's past couple of posts, a couple of videos touched on my thoughts on the whole weight management and health thing. I've got much more to say on that to reduce our red flag. So, red flag, porn watching? Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. Even if better porn, it's fucking up our relationships. Okay, it's stuffed up our relationships. If you're watching porn daily or a couple times a week or whatever the frequency, and the whole idea of, I'll bet you for some of you the woman has probably challenged you on do you think of me when you're climaxing? Oh shit. And I've had that question, and you can't. My response to that, maybe a disclosure, maybe the quality of the woman that you're with, and she's not doing it for you, and you just gotta take your mind elsewhere. If I don't know, if you know what I mean. No. Do you know what I'm trying to get at here? My response is, well, I'm afraid you can't control where your mind wanders to. Thought crimes in having sex. All right, what a concept. Let's tell it like it is. Is it a past sort of self-disclosure which is going to do me damage? Being a red flag, I've got several notches, right? I've self-disclosed superficially in past videos, and it has to be a red flag. Porn watching is a red flag for stable relationships. And if your partner, your man, your chick goes on a business trip and you're a bit horny, rather than going on visual memory stimulus, we've got our screens and we partake, right? Yeah. If our partner is even just at work for that day, we may partake, and then we accommodate their needs later as well. If your libido is off, I'd consider switching off the porn for starters. Seconders, here's my health shtick, my health bias, my health. If you're not eating enough cholesterol, that's another reason why your performance, the amount of stimulus you need, and if your partner isn't doing it for you, you need to up your cholesterol intake, which means eggs, saturated fats. No, it's not going to increase your cardiovascular disease risk, stroke, atherosclerosis, cholesterol levels and the like. Cholesterol, the scary numbers, the triglycerides, the HDL, LDL, those scary numbers is the oils and sugar complex. The particular food that has the most oil and sugar combined in the one package, I'm doing that alone, donuts. I think so, donuts. So if you're eating donuts, don't be surprised if your cholesterol level isn't just. So that's just a quick health reference, and just to square it off, cholesterol. 90% of our hardware, of our hormones, is made of the bricks and mortar. The real is made of cholesterol. Up your cholesterol. If you want for fertility, for libido, and optimum hormone levels, which means mood and the whole complex, that's where it's at. It's actually fairly simple, and the mainstream would like to poo-poo that. Well, poo-poo it and just suffer. I don't give a shit. So that's okay. Squared off, gone. Okay. So porn. Today's episode. Porn. Stuffing us up. What's going to be the title? I don't know. So quit the porn if you want your relationships to improve. It's like asking a fat bloke, stop your donuts, then stop your cake, stop your fried food, stop your chips, stop your Twinkies, and stop your bloody sugared up Starbucks coffee. It's hard. It's like telling a chick to stop, no more lipstick buying, no more hairdos. For a few, that's no worries. I'll stop my hairdos. She's not that sort of like a I guess a diva type, or the fashion sort of status type chick out there. So give up your porn. If you're finding that your mind wanders, or not just wanders but goes there to climax in your sexual encounters, you're fucked. Your relationships stuffed. Absolutely stuffed, mate. So that's the moral of today's video. Whether it's from the Industrial Revolution, Enlightenment, to women getting the vote, to the Civil Rights Movement, to feminism, SJW and woke, it's all led to porn stuffing us up. And women offering up access and men taking advantage of the access. We're doing it to each other. It's not women from the guy space and in the girl space, like these men are just using us. Well, yeah, if the man's too high status for you or taking advantage of you because you offered up the golden V. So we're doing it to ourselves. Stop it. If you want stability, if you want a stable family life, I've referenced this, which Molyneux references often. The 50s were the happiest time for a woman, where most of them were housewives, and you could support the household because the man was supporting you, and therefore the woman was supporting the man. So it's like a division of labour, and we might have to revisit that. If you're a go-getting career woman, not just answering phones, you're an accounts manager, that sort of thing. Like if you're doctor, lawyer, nurse type, type situation, there's nothing wrong with the woman being the main breadwinner. But don't just have the truck driving dude and the checkout chick lady expecting the life of the life of Ryan, or whatever that's supposed to mean. The life of Ryan. I think that's supposed to mean a nice existence. A couple of cars, maybe a boat or a jet ski, a motorbike. Lad oriented, and hairdos, holidays, and nice clothes. Chick oriented. That example of the checkout chick and the truck driver. If the checkout chick works 60 hours a week and the dude supported that at home, maybe they can, instead of 80 hours combined, 40 hours each of work. Maybe one partner doing 60 hours, and you're saving on childcare fees. You're saving on a robust second car, and eating out, and as in lunches out, and work clothing and the like. Maybe that 25% in hours cut improves your lives. Consider that on a lower sort of scale, on a more higher income scale. Maybe the engineering graduate, a lady. Very few of them actually do engineering when they graduate, and often a graduating woman, like apparently 64% of all uni students are now female, and because men see the writing on the wall, it doesn't pay. Yes, status and getting a job and all that sort of thing, fine, but women quite status centric, and uni is part of that status, where the guys, yes, they're status minded too, don't worry, but they're logically able to think, I have to do the whole woke thing when I'm at uni. I'm not too good at STEM, so I'm not going to do STEM. So I'm certainly not going to do any social sciences, because I'll be smashed in any discussion and assessment if you want to write what you want to write about. And they're just, I'm out of the contest. So men are able to make a cost-benefit analysis much better than a woman. Yes, I've mentioned the whole nature of men, nature of women, where men are more able to be logical about these things, and that's why they're out of the contest in tertiary study, or getting more so, because they see that graduates, many of them end up on welfare. There's just not the opportunity out there that there once used to be for graduates. Yeah, for the engineer or the lawyer, doctor, geologist type thing, yeah, that's fine. If you're capable, and yeah, you've got to make the decisions whether you do choose to go tertiary study or not. So anyway, that's just a few more insights. Yes, I know it was about porn, but I digressed, and there's going to be much more of that. So I hope there was a few insights. It's going to be hard. It's like pulling the candy from a kid. There's going to be some tears. Pulling the candy from a fat kid. There's going to be some tears and some this is when I used to watch it. You know, even Milo Yiannopoulos has stopped his gay sexual encounters and porn watching and all that sort of thing, and become, you know, religious and all that sort of thing. Yeah, that's a bit extreme, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully he's happy, but you need to consider getting off the porn, because our relationships are suffering, and for many, good. I love it. I love all this, you know, several partners a week, and visual stimulation at the touch of a button, touch of a screen. Button. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. When the devil is presented, when the devil's bargain is given to you, like all this enjoyment without consequence, seemingly, there's plenty of consequence. Our relationships are fucked. Porn is one of them. It's complicated, but today's highlight is porn is fucking us up. That's all I got. I don't want to go too long. 33 minutes. I'm done. Let's think about what I'm going to say next video. Ciao.